For every classic diss track, there is one which is complete trash. Starting with Tupac's masterpiece, Hit 'Em Up. No one has ever made a diss track as good as Hit 'Em Up. Like, it's never happened before. I know a lot of people might argue that other diss tracks might be as good, but in my opinion, it's just never been matched before. It's f***ing amazing. This diss track is targeted towards the legendary Brooklyn rapper, the Notorious B.I.G. The beef started with Tupac Shakur believing that Biggie and Diddy were involved in the 1994 shooting at Quad Record Studios, where Tupac was shot 5 times during a robbery. Around this time, Biggie Smalls also released the song Who Shot Ya, which Tupac interpreted as a track mocking him for being gunned down.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets.
Due to all of this tension, Tupac snapped back with a brutal and timeless diss track.
So fuck your bitch in the clique you claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife.
The complete opposite of this track would probably be the track Ungrateful, released by the YouTuber Deji in 2017. To be honest, pretty much any YouTuber diss track could be on this list. I mean, they're all pretty fucking shit. But this one in particular I really didn't like at all as well. This beef didn't start from someone getting shot. Instead, it started on Twitter. It was basically just some petty Twitter drama between KSI's younger brother Deji and Mini Minter. And much like this drama having a shit backstory, the disses were also horrendous.
Listen here now, I'm tired of the shit. You fabricate lies to seem sick, but you're just a little prick. Your mother should have swallowed you. You're like a bitch-made version of Gru. Despicable me? Nah, despicable you. Racking up lines with Roger Shaw too.
However, speaking of controversy, this next track is probably quite a hot take from me. The song Life's on the Line is a diss track released by 50 Cent and targeted towards Ja Rule. Alright, so this is a pretty hot take, so most people won't agree with me, but in my opinion, Life's on the Line is one of the greatest diss tracks ever recorded. The amount of mockery towards Ja Rule on this diss track is fucking mental. It started with Ja Rule getting robbed for his chain while shooting a music video by one of 50 Cent's affiliates. Then 50 Cent claimed that due to this incident, Ja Rule took his anger out on him by acting in a disrespectful way when they met at the club. Following this drama, 50 Cent recorded a diss track mocking Ja Rule's label Murder Inc., as well as his murder ad-libs. But what makes this diss even more brutal is the fact that it's rumored that 50 Cent is wearing Ja Rule's stolen chain in the music video. In comparison, in the 2011 song No Future by Bob, he manages to make a mockery of himself on his own track. This song is a response to Tyler the Creator after he dissed him on the song Yonkers. In response, Bob decided to call Tyler the Creator a dolphin.
A sea of great whites, you are a dolphin. If I was you, I would be a little more cautious. I'm way too high for you to look at. The future ain't looking promising for these rookies. This is target practice, but I don't even pull the fucking trigger anymore, cause it's just a waste of bullets.
I don't even get it, like, he calls him a dolphin, like... That is one of the weakest responses I've ever heard to a diss track. Tyler the Creator never responded to this diss track, and to be honest, I don't really think he needed to. Going back to the classics, we have a track you probably thought of immediately when you clicked on this video. Meet the Grahams by Kendrick Lamar is so obviously one of the greatest diss tracks ever recorded. In this track, Kendrick destroys Drake, blatantly calling him a pedo.
And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all of these women can live with a purpose.
As well as claiming he's hiding another child.
I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's for sure.
The thing that makes Meet the Grahams even more scary is the fact that Kendrick Lamar had so much private information on Drake. I mean, he literally had a picture of all of Drake's shit from inside of his house. If I was Drake, I would be scared as shit. Even like all of the stuff about Drake's kids as well, and like just going into so much detail about extremely personal stuff. At this point, it might as well just be doxing Drake. It might as well just be like a Call of Duty match or something. He even tries to speak to Drake's son Adonis and tells him to distance himself away from his father as much as he possibly can.
Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son.
And in Drake's response, The Heart Part 6, he makes an absolute fool out of himself. So this track actually has quite a smart title. Kendrick Lamar has a series of songs called The Heart, and he goes the Heart Part 1, the Heart Part 2, it goes all the way up to the Heart Part 5, and just before Kendrick Lamar was going to release the Heart Part 6, Drake drops the Heart Part 6, but as a diss track towards Kendrick Lamar. So it seems like Drake's made it so that Kendrick Lamar's not going to be able to make another Heart Part 6. However, his plan completely fails. He still drops the Heart Part 6, and Drake kind of just embarrasses himself. In this track, Drake defends himself against the claims terribly, by saying that he's too famous to be a and he also just blatantly disrespects abuse victims.
My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected, I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested.
Now, going back about 30 years, the 1991 song No Vaseline is a diss track on Ice Cube's former group NWA. And it is one of the greatest diss tracks ever recorded. The beef started when Ice Cube left NWA over financial issues, and the group took shots at him on their EP 100 Miles and Running.
We started with 5, but yo, what couldn't take it? So now it's 4, cause the 5th couldn't make it.
Ice Cube responded with a timeless masterpiece.
I saw it coming, that's why I went solo and kept on stomping. While y'all motherfuckers move straight out of Compton.
I think this track kind of masters the art of building tension. I mean, at the beginning of the song, there's so many samples of people just talking shit about Ice Cube. Like insults thrown at Ice Cube and insults thrown at NWA, until eventually it all just kind of reaches a climax and Ice Cube begins the diss track. And I think that use of tension is just extremely creative.
Fuck all y'all. Goddamn, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be hard, now you're just wet and soft.
However, even classic old school rappers can drop terrible diss tracks. The rapper Grandmaster Melle Mel dropped a diss track on Eminem in 2023 titled Kickback, and you've probably never heard of it. That's because it was so shit that basically nobody listened to it.
No apologies, this ain't a disclaimer. I'm the king of legend, the first Hall of Famer. Making diss tracks, I know you with that.
The beef started when Eminem made fun of Melle Mel for doing steroids in his song The Realist.
I'll be the last to toy with a juice at whose brain is like half destroyed, like a meteor hit it. Well, then with Melle Mel, we lost his asteroids.
And then Melle Mel responded with one of the most ass diss tracks I've ever heard.
You hurt, why you mad? Now you look bad. Like a roach just crawled out of your book bag. In a packed class, you lack class.
This is one of the most embarrassing diss tracks I've ever heard. I think pretty much anyone who listened to this track just lost a lot of respect for Melle Mel, and it really didn't even stand as a diss track because Melle Mel apologized for this track only like a week after it came out. Eminem, on the other hand, is known for destroying multiple careers with his diss tracks, but the one I find to be the best is his 2000 diss track Quitter, which is targeted at Everlast. This song wasn't even released by Eminem, it was actually leaked, and I can kind of understand why, because I've never heard Eminem ever go so hard on someone. Like, he literally tells his fans to go out of their way to beat the shit out of Everlast if they see him in the streets. It's like, it's fucking crazy.
So this is what we ask of our fans. If you ever see Everlast, whoop his ass. Hit him with sticks, bricks, rocks, throw shit at him. Kick it, spit on him, treat him like a hoe, bitch slap him. Do it for me, do it for Fred, do it for Lip, do it for Rock, do it for Rap, do it for Kid, do it for Ice-T, do it just to do it. Fuck it, he's a bitch, he ain't gonna hit you back, he's nothing.
However, the greatest thing about this diss track is the beat switch at the end. When the song appears to be finished, Eminem then switches the beat to his own cover of Hit 'Em Up by Tupac Shakur.
Shit, in 5 years we'll all be eating at Whitey's, and they'll be busting tables in that bitch, cleaning the toilets. Hey yo, fuck this, cut this shit off. Hey yo, head. Hold on. That's why I fucked your mother, you fat motherfucker. Kill Whitey. Detroit. First off, fuck your songs and this shit you say. Yes, my wife, but at least I got a bitch you gay. You claim to be a Muslim, but you Irish white. So fuck you, fat boy. Drop the mic, let's fight.
He even gets his band D12 to join in on the diss, making an absolute mockery out of Everlast's Heart Attack in 1998.
I'm a little D12 rider, you bitch, man.
Yo, get out the way, yo, get out the way, yo. Whitey Ford's heart, shot him back. He had another heart attack. Whitey Ford's getting his ass floored for talking back. I'll show you what our burgers are at your own restaurant while I'm serving you. Drop this off your whole heart till it stops. Call the cops, I'ma beat your ass, Whitey.
finally, the last diss is one which ended up breaking YouTube. The song Rap Devil by Machine Gun Kelly is a diss track targeted at Eminem. The beef started when MGK called Eminem's daughter Haley hot as fuck when she was only 16 years old, and Machine Gun Kelly was 22. Do what you want with that information, but I know exactly how I'm feeling about it.
I wish 13/14/15-year-old girls weren't allowed to be hot so I wouldn't feel like such a creeper when I look at them. I'm still 19. Hashtag I'm just saying.
And rightfully so, Eminem was very upset at these comments and took a shot at him on his album Kamikaze.
And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck you are, Kelly. But keep commenting on my daughter, Haley. I keep on telling motherfuckers, but just in case you forgot.
But then MGK's response broke the internet. In just 2 weeks, he had already acquired 100 million views. This diss track is pretty terrible. It includes MGK calling Eminem's beard weird.
Somebody grab him some clippers. His fucking beard is weird.
Which is just a terrible insult. And the music video is just him eating cereal, which is incredibly random. I think it's definitely the result of someone dissing someone else but not really having anything to say. Anyways, Eminem responded to this diss with Killshot and completely destroyed MGK. But one could say he did get a lot more mainstream attention because of this feud. Check out this video on the best versus worst hip hop samples if you're interested, and goodbye.